Let's get things started. So welcome to the very special Christmas end-of-year MGA Games demo. Today we're going to be presenting two games to you, showing you what we've got coming in January, a month away now. And to get things started, let's just let you know, everyone is here today. We've got the whole team together here in our base just outside of Barcelona. So I'll present, if Gerard just gets the slideshow under control for us, I'll present Carmen, who is our Spanish account manager. I'm sure a lot of you have already met her. And then we've also got Fabio on the side here, who's the international account manager.
Hello, everyone.
So say hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Hello, everyone.
So if we get things started, probably the first thing to present is that we have a new strategy coming for 2024. Basically, we're going to be going over to having 2 releases every month in Spain. We're also going to be having 2 releases every month for the international markets. I understand that some of the operators attending today will be for the international market, some of them will be for the Spanish market. There is an overlap between those games, so don't worry, we're only presenting 3 games today. That will be 2 games for each market, one of which actually has an international and a Spanish version. So we'll be keeping things brief and to the point. For Spain, we're going to be releasing 1 classic game. By classic game, we mean generally a land-based adaptation. We've even got some remasters of some very popular MGA games from the last few years coming out, and generally the MGA bar slots, which we look at as 3 real, the type of game that you'd expect to find in a Spanish bar or a Spanish salon. For the international strategy, we're going to be launching 2 top games. The other game that we're launching in Spain will also be a top game. What we consider to be a top game is what I've often referred to as the new generation of MGA games. So these are modern titles. We'll be looking at things that are less like what you'd be finding in the old bars and salons, more things that are more commonly found across various markets online. So we're looking at 5 real games, we're looking at Megaways titles, and obviously our famous celebrities line, where our games are tied to localized celebrities, localized brands and characters. So today we're going to be presenting 2 of these games, going straight into that strategy for January 2024. And before we jump into those presentations, just a swift reminder that we have actually got a game coming out tomorrow. This is going to be our last release for the year. That's Giro Estelar in Spain and Astral Spin for the international market. This game is looking fantastic. It is the 3rd, I believe, in the kind of new generation of MGA games that are coming out. It's games with new algorithms, new maths, and a whole load of new features that we haven't included in MGA games in the past. This one has an inbuilt jackpot feature. It has free spins, wilds, all of the features that the players are generally expecting from these types of games these days, and it has this amazing sci-fi setting. I really think that our artists have outdone themselves on this game. This game is coming out tomorrow. That's December 15th. It's the last launch of the year for MGA, so please don't miss out. And this game is coming out simultaneously. It's a worldwide release in Spain and the international market. So let's jump straight into our first trailer. And first we're going to be looking at Riquezas de la Alquimia. This is our first release for January. And there we have it. That's Riquezas de la Alquimia. So this, once we get the sound under control of the demo there. This will be our first modern style release coming out in January. It's coming out on the January 29th. Now, as I'm sure everyone's aware, the alchemists of yore are famous for combining various materials in their search for gold. Now, in this game, you can earn your own gold, stockpile your own gold treasure, playing this fantastic new 5-reel feature-laden title from MGA Games. This is probably one of our most ambitious games. It'll be the first of our 5-reel modern MGA games coming out next year, and it will be the most feature-laden of all of the games that we've had of this type coming out so far. So this game has the familiar wild and collect symbols, but we also have this fantastic accumulative free spin feature as well. So you can see that there are these potion symbols at the top of the game. Basically, these are accumulated over time. And then once you've achieved 3 scatter symbols, you'll be able to cash in these in a free spin screen. That's not all. Once you're into the free spins, you can actually win a super respin, which continues the excitement there. So this game is a real smorgasbord of different features. We're hoping this will appeal to a wide range of players. This is a high volatility game, so it's really one that we are making for the more hardcore gamers out there. This isn't one for the casual players. This is one for players who are familiar with games, familiar with more interesting, more complicated features, and players who are more interested in high stakes and high rewards. Has a fantastic, mysterious, magical theme. The alchemy theme combined with this charming, cartoonish style. So we've got this cute bear-type character guy and this cute alchemy girl. It's a really, really pretty game, laden with really exciting features. And that's coming out on January 29th. Personally, I'm really looking forward to this game. Fabio is as well. This game is also releasing in the international market. So if you have any questions about this, there are a lot of different features in this game. So rather than going into too much depth of it at the moment, because there's so much, we'd spend most of the half an hour talking about just this game. If you do have any questions, please reach out to your account manager. We're happy to run you through the game, give you a personal demo, and basically let you know exactly what is going on with all of these different features. Obviously, there is a demo available on the MGA Games site as well, so please give it a go and see for yourself what an exciting, interesting, different game this is. So moving ahead to the next slide here, we can see that this game internationally is known as Alchemy Riches. So it's coming out on the same day. We're again going for an international release with this game, Alchemy Riches and Riquezas de la Alquimia, both coming out on the January 29th, 2024. That's our first release of the year. And let's jump straight into our second release, which will be the corresponding classic game on the same date. There we are. We seem to have made a slight mistake here, a slight technical issue that the image of the original land-based game is slightly posed over the other images here, but we'll work with it. This is what happens when you do a live presentation from time to time. So this is Escuela de Magia. That's coming out on the 29th of January. If you saw me giggling while we were watching the trailer then, one of the benefits of having the whole team here is that I get to hear Fabio's rendition of the trailer music as we're playing it. As always, fantastic music to accompany this game. This is one of our land-based adaptations. This is based on Escuela de Magia, a game of the same name, which is commonly found in bars and salons in Spain, and was especially popular following the success of Harry Potter. Obviously, the resemblance between the wizard character, the wizard protagonist, Dumbledore, is not lost on anyone. And we've also got this fantastic old school art style here. So this is the latest in a string of land-based adaptations of these retro land-based games from MGA Games. This is following the big success of Aeropuerto, Lejano Oeste, and Chicago earlier this year. All of these games were very successful in Spain. These are all games that are really popular with older players who frequent bars and salons, but also with our core MGA audience, which are a far wider demographic, and as I'm sure you're aware, they're a very big demographic here in Spain. These are the safe MGA games. They're generally our classic bread and butter games. So we're looking at a high volatility game, 6 different magic-themed mini games, and the general setting and set configurations for these games, as we see in the vast number of games. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this machine performs. I apologise for the image of the physical machine being over the video here, but as you can see, the game that we have adapted for the digital world is a one-to-one replica of what players are familiar with in the bars. And this is one of the things that we do particularly well here at MGA Games, is our land-based adaptations are faithful, very faithful to the games. Our designers, our graphic workers, all of the people on the design, on the development team are big fans of these land-based games, and a lot of attention goes into bringing that same experience for the online players. So this game is coming out exclusively for Spain. I'm afraid for the time being, the bar games are not available internationally, but we do have another game that will be available for international players, and we have our international account manager here to present it to you. So let's go ahead and see the trailer for New Lands.
El juego de la bruja.
Thank you, Dan, for the presentation. Yes, this is New Lands for Nueva Tierra, España. It's coming out in the international market and Spanish market on the 29th of January. And as you can see, basically the game is a lot of 5 reels with 1 mini game, low volatility. So the difference with the other 2 games, this is much more for a casual player, for players that just learn how to play. And of course, as well, since the graphics are very nice, the game is very nice to play, we will see some expert player as well. So it has a minimum bet of 25 cents, maximum bet of €25, 25 per line, and a maximum price of €16,000. And that's a free spin that we'll have a 15 free spin with a multiplier per 3. And as you can see, it's changing the scenario completely. And there is this figure that is, for me, reminds me a lot Anna Bolena, that is represented as well in the Tudors, one of the very successful series. And as well, as I said, we have a mini game. Here, for example, we are seeing this mini game where basically the player can pick 5 of the element and win up to 60 times the bet that he is doing. So with 3 bonus figure, we'll have as well this mini game. This is very appreciated from casual gamers player. And let's see a bit the game that is going on.
And this is actually a type of game that we found is particularly popular in Latin American markets, isn't it? They're particularly fond of pirate themed, New World themed. I think these are all things that resonate a lot with the collectors' consciousness. This makes for a nice change from Alchemy Riches, which has all the features and all the complication. New Lands is a more straightforward game for more casual players and for players who really want to go into the game and know exactly what they're doing without having to learn all of the mechanics. Unfortunately, this game is only releasing for the international market. There was a Spanish release initially planned, but this has been cancelled. It might be released further down the road. For the time being, this is going to be exclusively an international game. We would recommend it particularly for our Latin American players.
All right.
If you have anything else to add, this is for your game.
Nothing else besides that this game will accomplish for sure your player.
There we are. So that was New Lands. All three of these games, it's making it a lot easier for you guys to remember release dates. All three of these games come out on the same dates. That's the 29th of January. And don't forget, that's Alchemy Riches and New Lands for the international releases, and Riquezas de la Alquimia and Escuela de Magia are the two releases in January, on the 29th for Spain. So we're looking at 2 games for Spain and 2 games for the international market here. So there's a lot to look forward to in 2024, and it's not just the new strategy, it's not just these new games we've been presenting today. We're also going to be having new promotions. We've got a whole swath of promotional tools in the pipeline. We're looking at introducing bonos superiores, so these are bonuses for the top screen in our 3-wheel games here in Spain across all operators. That's all integrations. Get in touch with your account manager, let them know that you're interested, and we'll make sure that you're first in line for when we've got this all working so that we can get some promotions running. And we also have, I can't really go into detail because this is something that's still in development, but we have some really, really exciting promotional tools which will be in-game across all of our games. I'm not going to go into too many details because I don't want to give it away. Coming out probably over the next 4 months or so, but we will be keeping you updated regarding that. There is a lot to look forward to for MGA Games. This year is going to be revolutionary.